Amazing, Marcos. Thank you so much. Appreciate
A
you doing
pleasure.
it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And I want to start actually because you had a note in our meeting about to ask you why you said yes to this. So could we start with that?
Yeah, I love the question. It was just like, what do you want me to ask you about? It was like, well, ask me why I said yes to this meeting. And the reason why is because since you're a part of Archangel, Giovanni and I have a commonality, and it is that we both absolutely love the organic approach at building relationships with the people in the community for the purpose of discovering what type of a contribution could exist to
Totally.
these people that we share our social lives with. And I personally look at it as, these are social lives. You have 5,000 friends, 10% of them, may matter to you. The rest of them, you may not know who they are. So if you're going to use social media for the purpose of, business, connection, rapport building, community, then it's great to have actual relationships with all these people that we're sharing our lives with. So since your initiative was about reaching out and having conversations, I figured it would be a good way for me to edify the initiative that you're now producing and really just take a stand for this way of being that I'm now happy to say that I participate in all the time, which is just building organic rapport and creating and nurturing relationships with the people that we share our lives with.
Totally. And there's something to be said for just starting a conversation and not necessarily having an agenda and just like leaving it open and seeing what happens and not needing something from the other person. You know what I mean? Like there's a different kind of energy about that, I find.
Yeah, I agree. I think it always has to start without the agenda. Every
Yeah.
conversation, like I always say, the number one conversation starter is gratitude.
Mhm.
Um, and like nobody will ever feel any ways about starting a conversation with gratitude. If somebody posts something you like, tell them thank you. And that could potentially lead to a wonderful relationship, and that's really the most important thing that I feel is disconnecting people on social media is the actual relationships that we have the
Yeah,
opportunity
no
to
kidding.
nurture, right?
Totally.
So that's why I thought that your 5 minute chat was a good opportunity for me to take a stand for one of the beliefs that I have, which is
Cool.
that in order to create connections, we have to have conversations.
Cool. Cool. So tell me a bit about what you're working on because I looked you up and I saw some music, I saw some speaker slam. Tell me about all this.
So I am one of the co-founders of an agency called the Coachable Branding and Sales Agency.
Hmm.
We help entrepreneurs create online businesses, and we help coaches create how-to programs. So we have a really good time producing coaching programs and online courses, and we have a really good time helping entrepreneurs create income models and brands. So this agency has become this ninja source of epic creativity and ambition, and every day gets more and more creative. And it actually got invented in the Archangel program.
Hmm.
I had a company prior to this one called the Startup Boutique, and I thought I had it all figured out until I went through the pilot program with Geo, and I was like, man, I got to redo this whole thing because I want it to be as cool as Geo's company.
Yeah.
And I did. And I came up with the name Coachable because I realized that one of my things that was getting in my way was that I wasn't being coachable. And I was like, who are the best clients to work with? Coachable clients.
Yeah.
What's the best way for me to become a better leader? Be coachable. So
There's your
that's it.
name.
All sparked from the Archangel program, which I'm so grateful for. And Speaker Slam and all that. I won the first Speaker Slam, and and ever since then, Speaker Slam blew up into this incredible company that I stand for and stand by. And I'm a wordsmith, so I make videos based on my spoken word intentions. I have this little project called Conversations with Myself, where I write conversations to myself, and then I make a video on it. And if it lands on people as a message to them, then fantastic. And being a wordsmith has opened up tremendous doors for me. And I'm having a really good time. I have trips. I have 9 trips coming up this summer. To all over the world, and I'm feeling really good.
Cool. Cool. And I'm curious to go back to you said you had a company before that you felt like you had to change up. And what was it like to have that realization and like what was off for you and what did you need to change?
So for me, it was just about the culture, I believe. Like I had this vision of creating a coaching agency that operated as a spa because I love spas and hotels. And I wanted this feeling. There's this hotel that's the archetype of it called One Hotels. And I wanted my brand and my company to exude that feeling of like knowing that you have this boutique hotel service where everything's taken care of. And it worked and we were doing well and we did fantastic. but it just wasn't cool enough. And it wasn't really like, I didn't feel my creative expression,
Mm,
really flourishing. And, like even Coachable, we changed the name of Coachable Creators Agency, Coachable Sales and Marketing Agency, Coachable Creation Agency. It just keeps getting like changed because we have such a good time with the content we put out to attract our dream clients. And it's just, Coachable is ultimately the theme of it all. But the
mm,
Startup Boutique was all about startups. And I realized that I didn't want to be limiting myself to just working with startups. I wanted to work with a range of people.
mm. So who are your dream clients?
So right now, I would say content creators, entrepreneurs that love to create content, coaches that love to create content. The word content creator, those two words, they have to land in the type of
Mm,
person that we speak to. And we also love people that really have a passion for building relationships and building communities. They have to love to talk. So
mm,
it's content creation. I guess that's the trigger right there. The commonality is they have to love to communicate either their own message or with others for the purpose of growth, impact, income, contribution, and all that good stuff that is, fulfilling themselves.
cool, cool. And what is the thing that you would say you need help with most right now?
Scaling.
Mm,
Scaling is where we're at right now. Like we learned how to make a good income, but now we're scaling we're learning how to delegate. I'm learning how to not have to wear all the quote unquote
yes,
hats, right? And that's the number one thing right now is really letting go and putting
yes,
systems in place. And I'm excited for that because feel I feel the sense of calm coming over me as I now start to let go, and that's been great. The other area is ads. We built our company. We never ran ads, and now I'm starting. I did a Facebook ads course and Instagram, and I'm feeling really comfortable in that. And I'm really excited, and I fell all in love with advertising all over again. I had this like story about it for so long, but now I'm just like, okay, advertising. I can be a healthy advertiser. I don't have
yes,
to
yes.
fall into the trap of being this malicious, scarcity-driven marketer. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about that as well.
Right. And I'm
Man,
not sure.
I feel this rush to like, I got to do this in 5 minutes. But meanwhile, it's like I just want to ask you questions.
Oh, hey, hey, we can always do that. And well, maybe another time. I don't know if I asked this, but how did you get into the coaching and marketing world?
So
Where did
I've
that come
been
from?
reading the books since I was like 16, Think and Grow Rich,
Yeah.
Awaken the Giant Within, The Magic of Thinking Big. And then The Secret came out, and it was like I felt like The Secret was like a universal sign. It was like, oh my God, they're talking to me. They wrote it for me. And there was so many things that happened back then. I'm 35 now, but when all that was happening, yeah, it was like alignment. So I've always been in the industry. I got certified as a coach with ICF when I was 23, which was crazy for me. I got a scholarship
Hmm.
to do a life coaching practice, and that was fantastic. But I did nothing with it till I was about 31. And what actually happened was I worked with the Think and Grow Rich Institute. I was the apprentice, so to say, of the president of the Think and Grow Rich Institute, and I helped them with the curriculum, and I taught the workshops, and I did a lot of the admin work with them, and I filtered through the content, and working with them and meeting the members of the Napoleon Hill Foundation and the family and the secretaries there. And that really gave me my boost into teaching Napoleon Hill's philosophy and actually learning about taking all that content and building it into an online course. So after I left Think and Grow Rich, I started creating my own courses. And that's where it all started to happen, where I started to get really familiar with using the Napoleon Hill philosophy to live my life the way that I wanted to shape it. And then others starting to inquire about how to live like that, how to manifest, but also how to create courses. So it became, at the time, the Manifestation Masterclass, which was how to create courses by manifesting your dreams. So it's a really cool story. It's kind of long, but that's the summary of it.
Cool. Cool. Amazing. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I'm just grateful. I'm really grateful
Yeah.
that we got to have this conversation. I took a little break from I was actually on the keyboard here, and
There you go.
I made a nice little video, as you can see there, and
Perfect.
feeling good. And I was really looking forward to your energy. I was enjoying the videos that you've been sharing and stuff, and
Thanks so
I'm
much.
glad that I got to connect.
Cool. This has been awesome. Where can people get in touch with you or follow up or find you online?
I'm really a big fan of texting,
Yes.
647-455-3306. I just got a text. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I just love that personal connection. Email gets lost, landing pages are often like nasty. Like I just love just shoot me a text. Like,
Yeah,
hey, what's
cool.
going on, Marcos? Just watch your video. It's like let's set up a call and just keep it
Amazing.
organic.
Cool. This has been awesome. Thanks so much.
I appreciate you, man. I look forward to chatting offline.
Yeah, we'll talk more. Thank you.
Thanks, man.